Hello, and welcome to another installment of the PC 101 training series. In our previous tutorial, we created our first payment certificate and applied custom holdbacks and penalties. In this video, we will create a change order and demonstrate the different methods of adding it to our PC. As shown in our previous videos, you can access the Blue Pencil page from the project portal, under the payment certificate section, or from the tender portal under the correct project folder. If the blue pencil does not appear for you, ensure that a bidder has been marked as awarded on the tender's yellow pencil page. Open the payment certificate page by clicking the blue pencil. To create a new change order, use the green $sign button, and type a name in the dialog box. This will add a new change order folder structure to the bottom of your page, with the new change order beneath the contemplated group. By selecting it, we can access fields related to the change order, such as name and description, closing and completion dates, status, which we will update after adding our change order items, and section, which will include the change order in the specified tender section, on the exported spreadsheet. Note that this setting only applies on specific custom PCs, and is not included with the default template. You can optionally submit documents related to your change order, with the File Explorer at the bottom of the page. We'll cover the remaining buttons later in this video. Since all pay items in Builterra belong in tables, our next step in building out this change order is to create one. We can do this either by selecting the change order in the list and using the red button near the top, or by using the Add Table button within the Settings page. After naming, we can choose to create a normal or advanced table. Let's create one of each to highlight the differences. If your change order items will be manually entered and are not tied to a specific pay item table, or custom cost estimate query, you can simply select the normal option. This table will contain basic attributes by default, with manual quantity, and units fields. Items can be added manually with the plus button, or selected from the catalog structure on the bottom right. We can also use the Import tab to add items through an Excel file, the same way you would in a normal tender table. See our Bid 101, Scenario 1, Creation and Import video for a demonstration of this. Looking at the Configuration tab, we can see that this table looks for matching item codes to generate cost estimates. With this query set, be careful not to use overlapping codes on separate items, as it will pollute the cost estimate data pool. By default, normal tables will use simple long descriptions, that only output one field. If you wish to add change order items with ties to a specific pay item table and more advanced cost estimate queries, you can use the advanced option. Now when we select our table, we will be prompted with settings, instead of the basic item attributes we saw previously. If you've seen our Bid 102 and 103 videos, you should be familiar with this table configuration page. Be sure to review these videos if you wish to create advanced change order tables. As a recap, the catalog drop-downs allow me to select the specific catalog items I would like to associate with this table. The pay item drop-downs will determine the fields included, which are shown as checkboxes below. The cost estimate query dropdown will determine which calculation is used to generate cost estimates. In most cases, only one option will be available in this dropdown, and will vary with your pay item table selection. The hidden advanced settings allow me to configure grouping and sorting attributes. Again, the options available here will depend on the pay item table you select. Once the configurations here are complete, hit Create. On our Pay Items tab, we'll find different fields from what we saw in the normal table. Remember that these are determined by the pay item table selected on the configuration page. Items can be added manually, the same way we did in our basic table. Depending on the configuration of the selected pay item table, some fields may be restricted to lists. We can also add items from the catalog as we did previously. However, this time, there will be a specific catalog table pre-selected, from which we can drag and drop items. On the Configuration tab, we can see that this table uses a more advanced cost estimate query, with multiple factors used for calculations. Also notice the more detailed long description, which uses multiple variables to create a dynamic output. Once again, if you're interested in learning more on the configuration of catalog tables, pay item tables, and cost estimate queries, please watch our BID 103 tutorials. Once the items have been added to each table, the change order can be sent out for approval. This can be done by downloading the change order document and sharing it with the necessary individuals, or by using our built-in workflow approval feature. If this feature is of interest, see our PM101 project workflow video. We can also request a change order quote by selecting the button and entering the email address of the project contractor. They will receive an email with the change order document, and a link to a page where they can enter pricing for each item. We'll demonstrate this full workflow in the PC102 series. Assuming the change order has passed whichever approval process it was put through, its status can now be updated from contemplated to approved, which will also change the folder location of the change order in the tree view. Once approved, the change order items can be found and inspected in both the web portal and mobile app. For any newly inspected contract items or change orders that fall within the payment certificate range, you will need to hit update for it to be included in this period's totals. An alternative method to include change order items on a PC, that doesn't involve inspections, can be done from a change orders table. Select a table in the tree view and navigate to the Payment Certificate tab. This tab shows us information on each change order item that's been included, either through an inspection or added manually. We can add new items by using the gray plus button, selecting the pay item in the dropdown, and entering a quantity or amount. Make sure the timestamp falls within the range of the PC you would like to include the item on. Comments can also optionally be included. Items in this list can have holdbacks applied to them, the same way we did to regular tender pay items in our previous video. Returning to our summary page one last time, we'll find the sum of the two change order items included in the amount this period column. These will also be included in the exported PC files, which can be downloaded in PDF or Excel format with the buttons at the top left of the page. In our next video, we will explore the process of creating subsequent payment certificates, and release our previously applied holdbacks. Thanks for watching.